In 1955, a plane vanished mid-flight between New York and Miami. 35 years later, it landed in Venezuela. All passengers were alive. And honestly, totally unaware anything had changed. Pan Am Flight 914 took off on July 2, 1955. It carried 57 passengers, 6 crew, and a clear flight plan to sunny Miami. The weather was perfect. Air traffic control in Miami expected a routine arrival, but the plane never showed. No radio distress, no radar blip, it simply vanished. The unknown aircraft entered Venezuelan airspace without a flight plan or transponder code. Controllers attempted contact. To their shock, the pilot responded clearly in English. He claimed to be flying Pan Am Flight 914 from New York to Miami on July 2, 1955. The controller told the pilot it was 1990. There was silence, then panic. The pilot demanded to know where he was, and why nothing looked familiar. Despite the chaos, the plane landed safely on a secondary strip. Ground crew raced toward it, only to be stopped cold by what they saw. The aircraft was a perfect relic of the past. Pan Am logos long retired, prop engines, passenger windows with pull-down shades. When questioned, passengers insisted it was still 1955. They were mid-flight. Nothing felt unusual until they landed in the wrong decade. The pilot refused to shut down the engines. He leaned from the cockpit, threw a logbook onto the tarmac, and shouted, "We're leaving now!" Before anyone could stop him, the engines roared and the plane taxied for takeoff. As it climbed into the sky, it disappeared mid-air. Controllers watched in disbelief as the blip on their radar simply vanished. No crash, no radio, just gone, again. What remained was the flight log, charred around the edges but intact. Inside, full records of crew names, fuel logs, and destinations, all dated 1955. The passenger list matched those declared dead decades earlier. Handwriting, stamps, everything aged only slightly, as if time barely passed. There were no fingerprints, no photographs, just one document. That too was eventually taken, allegedly seized by government officials. Skeptics dismissed it as a hoax. They traced the earliest telling of the story to a tabloid article in the 1980s. But that doesn't explain the witnesses. Former airport staff came forward years later, claiming they saw the event, and were told to keep quiet by officials. The logbook remains missing. The families of Flight 914 never received official updates. Their loved ones remain declared lost. Maybe the passengers never realized what happened. Maybe they're still flying, suspended just outside our reach. Or maybe, someday soon, we'll hear that radio crackle again. Pan Am 914 requesting clearance to land. For more eerie encounters, lost flights, and stories time forgot, subscribe to Twilight Truths. Real stories, still unexplained.